fast am I. Good evening and welcome to the Manx Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and all around the world. Much of tonight's show is a showcase for all the live music that's coming up on the Isle of Man over the next 3 months or so. But first I'm going to start with Rachel McShane and The Fisherman.
As I walked out one May morning down by the riverside, and there I spied a fisherman come rowing down the tide, come rowing down the tide, and there I spied a fisherman come rowing down the tide. Good morning to you, fisherman. Good morning, sir, I pray, for calling you a fisherman just by the break of day, just by the break of day, for calling you a fisherman just by the break of day. Shore and tied it to a stake. He stepped up to this lady gay and hold of her to take, and hold of her to take. He stepped up to this lady gay and hold of her to take. Then he pulled off his morning gown and spread it on the ground, and there she spied 3 chains of gold, all from his neck hung down, all from his neck hung down, and there she spied 3 chains of gold, all from his neck hung down. Down on her bended knees did fall. Oh, pardon, sir, on me, for calling you a fisherman come rowing on the sea, come rowing on the sea, for calling you a fisherman come rowing on the sea. Rise up, my pretty maid, and come along with me. There's not one word that you have said that least offended me, that least offended me. There's not one word that you have said that least offended me. I'll take you to my father's house, and married we shall be, and you shall have a fisherman to row you on the sea. I'll take you to my father's
That's The Fisherman from Rachel McShane's 2010 album No Man's Fool. She's released a few solo albums and also albums with her band, The Cartographers. I believe they're on tour in the autumn of this year. She's also the cello player and singer with the wonderful Bellowhead. Now, last week I played you a track by Tim Eadie and Ross Ainsley from their album Dyad. I was raving about Tim Eadie's guitar playing. This one's for Pete Lum. This is Little Bird. Right, so over the next 4 months, you can go and see some of the absolute top performers in folk and roots music here on the Isle of Man at a series of venues. And I'm going to play tracks now by some of the artists that are coming to visit our shores, starting with the wonderful Dan Walsh, who's going to play at the Institute in Laxey on the 24th of June. Dan is the UK's top 5-string banjo player. He's also sings and plays guitar. And I'm going to play 2 tracks from him as he's coming up very soon. And the first one is a song called Still a Town from his album Live at the Floodgate from 2021. And then I'll play some tunes within a mile of Dublin, The Dawn and Mullingar Races. This is Dan Walsh.
Town. I look around the empty streets, there's much to get me down. Great places to drink and more, but fewer people through the door on the streets of the old town. I don't want to see this place go down. It's tight and dry, but there are those who want to see it round. Hasn't run into the ground, but as long as there's people, there's still a town. An iconic building standing empty, the world's oldest grocer, it sure has been through plenty. But hope comes from seeing the place become a social and giving space on the streets of the old town. I don't want to see this place go down. It's tight and dry, but there are those who want to pull it round. It hasn't run into the ground, but as long as there's people, there's still a town. Who I don't want to thank, to kind of feel a sense of pride at the blocks outside the bank. But to those who meet and greet with the tens of people on the streets, you bring hope to the old town. I don't want to see this place go down. It's tight and dry, but there are those who want to pull it round. Hasn't run into the ground, but as long as there's people, there's still a town. I don't want to see this place go down. It's tight and dry, but there are those who want to pull it round. It hasn't run into the ground, but as long as there's people, there's still a town. Thank you very much. Thank you.
a tune book goes with Dan's album, the O'Neill's Tunes. O'Neill's Tunes for 5-string banjo, funnily enough. I've got a copy. There's a project for when I've got a bit more time. Maybe Dan can give me a few pointers when he comes over. If you'd like to see Dan, and you should come and see Dan, you can get tickets from etickets.im/et. Just look for Dan Walsh. So the next act I'm going to highlight are Rant. Rant are playing on the Friday the 30th of June as part of the Manannan Festival at Erin Arts Centre. And a decade on from their first performance and with 3 acclaimed albums under their belt, Rant remain at the forefront of the Scottish fiddle scene. Meeting of 4 of the country's finest players, the quartet use their fiddles to weave a tapestry of melodies, textures, layers and sounds. Bethany Reid from Shetland, Anna Massey, who presents the BBC Radio Scotland folk show, Travelling Folk, Lauren McCall from the Highland Peninsula of the Black Isle, and the latest member, Gillian Frame from Arran, joined forces to showcase the combined resonance of their instruments with repertoire unearthed from both old collections and their own contemporary writing. That was The Rescue Man and Pam's Horses by Rant from their album The Portage, and they're appearing on the Friday the 30th of June. If you want tickets to see them, go to erinartscentre.com and follow the What's On link. Also appearing as part of the Manannan Festival is Isla Callister's Creacht, which I've previewed on a previous programme. That's well worth seeing too. That's on June the 27th. So the next gig, chronologically, would be some old friends of ours at the Institute in Laxey. This is Veronica Suburgia and Max Debinari, who play country blues and ragtime and hokum jug band and rural music from the 20s and 30s. It's an irresistible blend of blues, ragtime and vaudeville music and hillbilly music played with strictly acoustic instruments such as ukuleles, washboard, kazoo, double basses and guitars, and they really are great fun. This is a track of theirs called Some of These Days from their album Old Stories for Modern Times.
these days you're gonna miss me, honey. Some of these days you're gonna be so lonely. You'll miss my hugging, you'll miss my kissing. You will be sorry when I'm away. You're gonna be lonely just for me, honey. 'Cause you know Daddy happy always. But if you leave me, you know it's gonna grip me. You'll miss your loving, Mama, one of these days. Some of these days you're gonna miss me, honey. Some of these days you're gonna be so lonely. You'll miss my hugging, you'll miss my kissing. You will be sorry when I'm away. You're gonna be lonely just for me, honey. 'Cause you know Daddy have your way. But if you leave me, you know it's gonna grip me. You miss your loving, Mama, one of these days, yeah.
So that was our Italian friends, Veronica Sbergia and Max Debernardi, and you can see them on Friday the 21st of July. Go to etickets.im/et to get your tickets. Next up, in Incrunic, which runs between the 24th and the 30th of July. And there's an absolute fantastic lineup for Incrunic this year. You can find the full details at incrunic.com. But it includes Dervish, Corrine Polwart and Dave Milligan, Tripp, Rachel Hare and Ruth Keggin, Morven, and much, much more, including Kayleys and workshops and sessions and all sorts of things going on. It really is a fantastic week. I'm going to highlight just three things. First of all, this is Towards the Storm by Tripp from their album A Drop for Neptune, and they're appearing on Monday the 24th of July. And I'll follow that with Craigie Hill by Corrine Polwart and Dave Milligan. They're appearing on Thursday the 27th of July.
small birds they were singing down by a shady arbor. I carelessly did stray. Well, the thrushes they were warbling, and the violets were charming, for to hear two lovers talking while I did delay. She said, my dear, don't leave me, oh, for another season. Though fortune may be pleasing, I'll go along with you. I'll forsake friends and relations, and I'll quit this Irish nation. And to the bonny banks fore'er I'll bid adieu. And he said, my dear, don't grieve me, or yet annoy my patience. You know I love you dearly, although I'm going away. I'm going to some foreign nation for to purchase a plantation, to comfort us hereafter, all in America. Oh, the landlords and their agents, and the bailiffs and their beagles, the land of our forefathers, we're forced for to give o'er, and we're sailing on the ocean for honor and promotion, and we're parting with our sweethearts. It's them we do adore. If you were in your bed lying and thinking on dying, one sight of the bonny banks, your sorrows you'd give o'er. And if you were but 1 hour all in her shady bower, pleasure would surround you, and you'd think on death no more. So fare thee well, sweet Craigie Hill, where oftentimes I've roved in. I never thought in my childhood days I'd part you anymore. Now we're sailing on the ocean for honor and promotion, and the bonny boats are sailing way down by Durin shore.
Corinne Polwarth's voice and Dave Milligan's piano are such a wonderful combination, isn't it? They're appearing, as I say, on Thursday the 29th of July at the Centenary Centre as part of Incrunic. Before that, we had Trip, an absolutely storming instrumental from them from their album A Drop for Neptune. In fact, it was called Towards the Storm. You can get all your Incrunic tickets from either incrunic.com or by going straight to etickets.im and looking for the Centenary Centre. And if those two acts aren't enough, we also have Dervish to look forward to. Here by them is the harp and the shamrock from their album The Thrush in the Storm. Some tunes there from Dervish. They're appearing on Saturday the 29th of July as part of Incrunic at the Centenary Centre. They received the prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award from the BBC, a fitting tribute to a band after 30 years of recording and performing all over the world. They have a lineup which includes some of the island's finest traditional musicians and fronted by one of the country's best-known singers, Cathy Jordan. Don't miss that. August is fairly quiet. Well, I'll be taking my annual trip over to Shrewsbury for the folk festival there. But back on the island on the 21st of July, it's a Thursday night unusually, we have our good friends Brooks Williams and Aaron Catlow appearing at the Institute in Laxey. As usual, tickets are from etickets.im/et, though they're not actually on sale yet. From their album from last year, Ready for the Times, this is Church Street Blues.
I've been hanging down rain. Watching Good Time Charlie Mammal is driving me insane. Down on shady Charlotte Street, the green lights look all red. I wish I could get back home, I'd sleep in my own bed. Sit down on my easy chair, see if I can lose them. A thin dime, hard time, hell on Church Street blues. I find myself back here again like yesterday's news. It's hard to hold your head up high with holes in your shoes. I give a nickel, spare a dime, a good deed for today. I don't need my billfold, I'll throw it far away. Sit down on my easy chair, see if I can lose them. A thin dime, hard time, hell on Church Street blues. I wish I had some guitar strings, the old black diamond brand. I'd string up this old guitar, I'd go and join some band. I guess that I could stay right here, play and sing a while. I still know a song or two in that old time music style. Sit down on my easy chair, see if I can lose them. Thin dime, hard time, hell on Church Street. Thin dime, hard time, hell on Church Street. Thin dime, hard time, hell on Church Street blues.
The last gig I'm going to highlight tonight is The Hunch, who are playing at the Centenary Centre on the 30th of September, Saturday the 30th. They're fronted by Mick Doonan, who is a founder member of the 70s folk rock band Hedgehog Pie. He plays pipes and flutes and sings. There's also Bob Thomas on percussion and harmonica, Chris Hanks on guitar, and keyboards and accordion from Tony Bacon. Here they're singing another Teesiders song. This is Vin Garbutt's Not for the First Time.
Children wait by the dockyard gate, the very last time taking daddy's bait. What will be their fate? This is not for the first time. He's going down south when the gate slams shut. He's looking for a job, down there is a gloat. His father went before him on foot, and it's not for the first time. It's just not fair, all the work's down there. You try to point it out, who is there to care? The North is in despair, and it's not for the first time. They're closing down the shipyards and closing down the pits. There's people emigrating and there's marriages in bits. There's family splits, and it's not for the first time. Just across the river in the town of Hartlepool, they built a little Chernobyl with workers off the dole. It seems they want your soul, not your coal, and it's not for the first time. Oh, it's just not fair, all the work's down there. You try to point it out, who is there to care? The North is in despair, and it's not for the first time. the money belt, the north has the yoke. The south, east are honey, unemployment is a joke. They think we eat the dust and smoke, and it's not for the first time. So the children wait by the dockyard gate. I only hope and pray that they'll never share the fate of the daddy who's late today. The daddy who's late getting paid. The daddy who's late getting paid for the very last time.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed that tour through all the gigs that are coming up here on the Isle of Man between now and September. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Do get your money out, buy some tickets, support live music here on the Isle of Man. You won't regret it. If you know of any other gigs that are coming up, do get in touch with me via folkshow@manxradio.com. Let me know what's going on. There is, of course, the usual sessions happening here on the Isle of Man, Wednesday night at O'Donnell's. Also Wednesday night, actually, I noticed that the Whiskey Boys, our good friends Mark Talley and Dick Best, are performing at the Sailors Centre from 8 p.m. till 10:15. That shouldn't be missed. Thursday night, the Folk Club in Ramsey, the session at the Mitre on Friday night, and I think the Sunday afternoon might be the Ginger Hall. I might have got that one wrong last week. To finish tonight, it's Bob Dylan's birthday on Wednesday the 24th. That's tomorrow. He'll be 82. Good old Bob, still going strong. From Highway 61 Revisited, this is Queen Jane Approximately. See you next week.
When your mother sends back all your invitations, and your father to your sister, he explains that you're tired of yourself and all of your creations. Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Now when all of the flower ladies want back what they have lent you, and the smell of their roses does not remain, and all of your children start to resent you, won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Now when all the clowns that you have commissioned have died in battle or in vain, and you're sick of all this repetition, won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Oh, when all of your advisors heave their plastic at your feet to convince you of your pain, trying to prove that your conclusions should be more drastic, won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come see me, Queen Jane?
you turn your other cheek to?